Christmas is usually the time that I am frantically making gifts for everyone that I know. But this year I decided to go easy on myself and I only made a couple of seasonal projects. So I wanted to show you the different Christmassy festive things that I have made. Hello! Welcome to Show and Tell Meg. I'm Megan and I like to make things. This year I actually had some forethought in my Christmas making. It's become kind of an unofficial tradition that I make myself a Christmas sweater, even when I didn't think about it until the month of Christmas. So every other year I have ended up frantically finishing my Christmas sweater, maybe like a day before Christmas, just in time to wear it like to church on Sunday kind of thing. I did make a whole video about this sweater, so if you are interested in my Christmas lights sweater, then you can see all the particulars about that there. This is a free pattern from Hobie, and I did alter it a bit to be a little more to my personal specifications, but the yarn is also from Hobie. I used cotton, thinking that it would be a little cooler to wear and therefore that I could wear it in Florida's winter. It has yet to be cold enough to wear this sweater outside of my house, but I am going to be wearing it to church on Sunday simply because it needs a day to shine, and that's kind of the last day that it can do it. But it is ridiculous. It has metallic yarn in these little light bulbs, and I could not be happier with it. After finishing this sweater in the late summer, early fall time, I just really needed a palette cleanser, and so I didn't set out to make this as a Christmas project, but he turned out to be very festive looking. So this was just a fun little project, and I am gonna call it a Christmas decoration. This is Harold Fatness. This is an adorable amigurumi pattern that has been around for years, and I've always seen him and always wanted to make him, but I just never pulled out the yarn and got it done. So I decided that this was gonna be the year. I just needed something fun and quick, and the color work was a nice little added challenge. I knitted him completely out of Knit Picks palette, and the names of all the colors are escaping me, but I know that this was almond, this is cotton candy, I think, the red is lindenberry, and then the chartreuse I think is lichen, and then this was blossom heather, I think. It's a cool purple that actually has the green color spun in with it if you look really, really close. And it was hard for me to pick the colors, to be honest. I did this before my massive influx of Knit Picks palette yarn, which you can watch that video up here of all the things that I got in the 246 sale this year, which was a lot of Knit Picks palette. But it's so great for little colorwork projects like this. Or if you're into making Mochi Mochi Land tiny amigurumi, it's just the best. Knit Picks palette comes in so many colors, and it's easy to just grab one and make something small. And so I was thrilled to have it on hand to make Mr. Fatmas here a reality. This is a free pattern also, so I highly recommend making yourself a Harold Fatmas. And you can make him in any kind of colors. So I think that the green and the red, even though it's not like chroma red and green, it still reads kind of classy Christmas sweater to me. Let me know if you think that it does too. But you know, a mouse in a colorwork sweater, why not have him be a Christmas decoration? I did weigh him down. I usually would use poly beads, but I seem to have run out and forgotten about that fact because I used to always have a bag of them around. And then when I went to find them, at first I thought it was because I moved and I just didn't know where they were. But then I found the box that was where the poly beads were, like with all the other stuff that they were with. And it wasn't there, and I had this vague recollection that, oh wait, maybe I used it all. So, since I still wanted him to be nice and hefty, I put beans in him. So I used the typical trick you would use for poly beans, and I used a nylon stocking. I buy packs of like 12 knee-highs and just keep them in my sewing room, and they're perfect for this type of thing in amigurumi. And so instead of poly beads, I just filled him with dry lima beans, and I just have a mental note that I cannot wash him. But I think he's just the cutest. He's got his squinty little eyes and his cute little nose. Like, oh my gosh. He's just so cute. And I really enjoy him as a projectile. In the class I teach at church is the teenagers. And so we have a lot of fun. I chuck things at them to get them to pay attention to me. And Harold Fatmas has been a big hit with them. But I think he's a hit no matter what the season. He's going to be a Christmas decoration for sure, but I think he can probably stay out other times of the year as well. So that was done months ago. And I did decide also months ago that I was going to finally tackle the Christmas project that I had been putting off for 9 years. I made Christmas clothes for my wood elf. So this is the wood elf pattern by Barbara Prime of Fuzzy Mitten Designs. I actually got this pattern in her 2016 mystery knit along. And so you didn't know what you were making. She just kind of gives you suggestions of colors of yarn and things like that. And over the course of, I think, 6 weeks, she gives you all the different pieces, but you don't actually even know what these pieces are, whether you're making an arm or leg or head. It becomes kind of obvious as you make them, but at the time, you really don't know what you're making. So at the end of the 6 weeks, I had this very cute wood elf, and I did make him shorts. So these shorts are what he has been wearing all this time, since 2016. And as soon as I realized it was an elf, I thought, well, I could make him Christmas clothes and he could be a Christmas decoration. And he has sat half naked since 2016. So I vowed, finally, this was going to be the year. Even my kids were begging me to make this elf into a Christmas elf. And so this year I finally planned ahead, made sure I had the right yarn, all that kind of thing. And now he has a very cute Christmassy tunic. I did pick up this yarn for his outfit in the Knit Picks 246 Black Friday sale because this is Wool of the Andes Sport and it was $2 a skein. So this is grass, and then you have white and red, not anything really complicated, but there are more things in this pattern. So the pattern is actually from a Knit Now magazine. Barbara Prime does publish in Knit Now magazine every so often, and this was one of them. And it came with striped leggings and socks as well. And originally I had planned on making those too, and then once I got the tunic and the hat done, I was just kind of over it, and I decided, you know, he looks Christmassy, we're good for this year. So maybe next year he will be getting some stripy leggings and some shoes, but for the moment, I think he looks nice and festive. I like his little hat and the jaunty little pom-pom. It's very fun. My daughter's been sleeping with him every night. She insists on having him with her, so that seems like a pretty well-received project, in my opinion. If you need your own wood elf, I will have all of the pattern information and everything linked below, and you could make yourself one for next year. And that's all the finished Christmas objects that I did this year. However, I am in the middle of the Woolens and Nosh Advent socks. So this is my Christmas yarn splurge. I do love Woolens and Nosh self-striping yarn, and they do an Advent striping yarn every year. I started doing it last year because I learned about it too late for the year before, and then I made sure to make a note in my calendar of when you pre-order this because you have to order it in like June, July, sometime like that, because this is a hand-dyed self-striping yarn. It's very popular and they can only make so many. So I did make a note in my calendar and I ordered it, and I figured I would show you last year's finished socks and then I'll show you the ones this year because they're kind of halfway done, so that's a little underwhelming. But these are the socks that were from last year's Advent. And so this one, its theme was like atomic 50s. And so that's the inspiration for all the colors. There are 24 different colors, and the base color was this like charcoal gray. So the kit came with this self-striping skein as well as a mini skein, and they already have the self-striping skein in one of these bags. And they have the ends coming out of either side. So you do not get to see the skeins at all. You are completely in the dark. You just pull the yarn out and you have a surprise every day, and they're made to where they match, so you don't have to worry about lining up your stripes or anything like that. So this is the one that was from last year, and I did do an afterthought heel, which is not always my favorite, but because I wanted to keep those stripes the same size all the way across, I decided to just suck it up and do it that way, and they do fit nice. Their yarn is so plushy and soft. I don't know, it's hardy, but it's also soft, and the colors are just really vibrant. I really enjoy working with their yarn and I enjoy wearing them too. So this is what we have to look forward to from this year. If you are doing the Woolens and Nosh socks as well and you don't want any of this to be spoiled, then this is the moment when you look away. But I have been knitting mine and they are coming out really, really cute. So this year's theme was, I believe, Pacific Northwest. And this is the inspiration photo. She said that these are the colors that are going to be in the socks. And I think this is pretty true to that. The base color this year is brown, and I have yet to wind up my mini skein to do the heel and the toe because I'm not there yet and I haven't needed to, but I did leave a little bit of scrap yarn right there. I'm gonna go pick that out and do an afterthought heel. Basically, once I get to an evening that I have time that I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and slap that heel out now. I'm really liking the color progression this year. It seems like she's done about 3 of each color family because you have 3 that are teal here, then it switches to blue. Blue does have a 4th if you count the one that's kind of transitioning in between. And then you have orange yellow, then you have pink to red, and right now I'm in purple and I'm currently knitting this like lavender purple. I didn't quite get today's finished yet, but it is in the works. And so yeah, I'm really liking how these have come out. I don't know. It's just so fun. It sounds silly and it's weird to do it and not be vlogging. Last year, I filmed Vlogmas videos and it almost killed me. To be perfectly frank, it was a dedicated effort. I work in retail, so it's very difficult for me to fit in even the basic Christmas kind of niceties and festivities this time of year because I work later. I'm so tired at the end of the day. And so to get to film anything, then to be spending 3 hours every 3 days editing a video is just not what I am able to do right now. And so this year I did go easy on myself and I just accepted that. So if you were looking forward to Vlogmas, I am sorry. You can watch last year's if you would like. I have it all on a playlist on my page. As much as I enjoy watching Vlogmas, I couldn't do it this year. That said, all throughout the Vlogmas that I filmed last year, I showed the color of the yarn every day and showed myself knitting it, and you got to see the growth of the sock throughout the month. And so since I did that, it's weird to not be filming it when I'm knitting it. And then I find that I'll just forget for a day or so, and I have to go back and do like 2 days at the same time. But it's not a big deal. It's still very fun. But unfortunately, I'm that way with regular advents as well. I have the IKEA one, which, dude, I absolutely recommend. The IKEA advent calendar, you get a coupon for a free meatball dinner, and you get a $5 IKEA gift card, and then you get all the chocolate for every other day. So the advent ends up basically paying for itself and giving you chocolate for free. So who doesn't like that? But even that, I have not kept up with. I'll forget about it for a day or two and then have a couple at the same time. And so it's still fun to do, but I don't know. I didn't grow up with Advent things, and so it's hard for me to remember. Also because of just the stress of the month, it's just hard for me to remember every day when I don't have something like this that I've committed to finishing, if that makes sense. So anyway, rambling aside, this is how these are looking. And I will be finishing these definitely right after Christmas, if not before. It mostly just depends on that heel. If I end up having enough time that I can just slap out the heels on both of them. Because I guess I should show you, I am knitting these both at the same time. I do use DPNs, so some people think that that's crazy, I guess, but I just have them one out of either side of the bag. I also have these Knit Picks tube protector thingies, which are working out great, I have to say. Previous years and other socks I have made, every time in and out of the bag, it slides my stitches off the needles, and so these protect it and keep everything nice and tidy. And I'm really enjoying that. But these are where we are at for the Advent socks, and I will definitely be showing these when they're done. I just finished filming and realized that I forgot to do something that I thought was going to be really fun, and I decided to go ahead and just film it now, so I apologize for the difference in background. But I ordered a mystery mini skein set from Beach Bum Yarns. It is her Nutcracker mystery box, and I thought it would be fun to open this up on here so that you can appreciate the mystery as well. I have not seen what's inside yet. I just know that there's 5 mini skeins, and I think it said there were a couple of extra treats, so we're gonna open it up together and see what we get. Also, I guess I should say this is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. And it's funny because I don't buy mystery things like this. I don't know. I felt the need. And I always love her yarns. So I thought it would be fun to share with you since this is something I pretty much never do. So very cute nutcracker box. Let's see what's inside. So there's some special things on top. There's a lip balm that says Merry Christmas and a Chappy New Year. Which is very cute. I'm assuming it's probably peppermint, but look, it has a unicorn with Santa sack on his back. Very cute. And then this guy, assuming it's lotion or something. Aw, the cute little Christmas hand cream. And I very much appreciate that it was in this so that in case it exploded in transport, but it arrived safely. Now for the part we're all waiting for. Aren't these amazingly vibrant and fun? So there's a striped white and blue, a striped pink and red, and then we get into multi-stripes. So this pink and white with some multiple colors of neons in there. And then we have sort of a neon-y speckle. And then this one that just has like a little of everything. I'm really digging that, but I think they are all very fun together. So here they are all together. Super cute. I'm very happy. Why is it that having some silly surprise thing is so fun? I don't understand the logic behind it, but here we are. I hope that you enjoyed getting my little surprise with me. So it didn't feel like all that much when I was gathering these things because mentally I'm like, oh, I already did a video about that sweater. But at the same time, this is a pretty good representation for Christmas this year, I have to say. Last year I made more Halloween projects, and this year I made more Christmas projects. So maybe it'll just switch up by the season. Maybe one year I'll make more Easter projects or something. That's all I made for this holiday. And it feels a little strange. I didn't make any gifts this year. It's just been too hectic, and I didn't need to. I was able to purchase gifts. In previous years when I did not have the funds for such things, I was just absolutely killing myself to make things for everyone. But this year, I let myself have a break. And I got some really adorable little friends out of it too, and highly recommend making a Christmas sweater in the summer. It worked out great, and if it had been a little cooler outside, then I would have been able to wear this more. So actually, if I was doing this again, I would make it as a cardigan. And I did think that at the time, like, oh, I'll get so much more wear out of it if it's a cardigan, but I just didn't do it. As much as I was already changing, I didn't want to figure out changing it to put a cardigan steek in the middle. I could have done it. I technically probably still could, but we're just going with the pullover for now. It's just gonna live like it is. But I hope that you enjoyed getting to see my Christmas projects. If you have any seasonal makes that you're doing or gifts that you're frantically trying to finish, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to know what it is that you are making. And again, if you want any of these patterns or anything like that, I will have all of that information linked below. So thank you so much for watching. If you did like this, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to stick around and see other things that I make in the future. And I would like to wish a very Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. I hope that you're having a relaxing, kitschy, cute time, and I will see you in the next video.